sat off-center on it, and a few threads hung from the frayed edges of the bottom. "What are you wearing?" I asked. Rocky emitted a gravelly chuckle.
"Well, it used to be my tablecloth, but I fashioned it into an apron. I didn't think Vale would have any that would fit me. Are you gonna stand in the way, or are you gonna move that hulking body of yours inside?"
Amos groused from behind the troll. Rocky ducked and crouched his way past the doorframe and into the bakery. Amos greeted me with his usual grumpy countenance, and I mimicked his frown. "It's so good to be in your sunny presence," I teased.
"Don't give me no guff, missy."
He shook a finger at me.
"Just be glad I showed up, and tell me what to do so we can get this over with."
I stifled a chuckle at my friend's expense and directed him to check in with Vale. I half expected to find my boyfriend following behind them, but when I stepped outside to look around, he was nowhere to be seen. Before I could send him a text on my spell phone, my best friend called my name and commanded me to finish rolling out the gingerbread. I'd have to look for Wyatt when we were done. Ginger and Pepper suggested the time would go by faster if we sang some carols. The elves didn't wait for an agreed consensus and burst into the first song. When Amos complained, I started singing just to watch him squirm. For the first time I could remember, I actually enjoyed caroling, and maybe because it bothered Amos a little, I sang along with a little gusto. We got through at least 5 jolly tunes before we finished cutting out the last pieces of the gingerbread houses and putting them in the ovens. "After these bake and cool down, we'll put them in those boxes over there." Vale pointed at the red and green containers stacked in the corner. "That way, everyone will have a gingerbread house kit all ready for decorations. While we're waiting for the last batch to bake, we can clean up and assemble some of the accessories." Flaky and Rocky cleaned off the countertops, while Vale asked Amos to help her retrieve the additional boxes of supplies from the back room. Ginger, Pepper, and I divvied up gumdrops, candy canes, and licorice into different piles. Nutty bounced between us, and I suspected more of the sweets made it into his mouth than into the bags he was filling.
"Hey, squirrel, we'll be here all night if you don't stop eating the goods,"
Amos complained. Our furry friend attempted to protest any wrongdoing, but could only garble his response through his full mouth. "If you eat all that candy, you'll spoil your stomach." Vale separated our bags of candy and placed them into the assembled boxes. "Don't forget, I've arranged with Clarence at the Wassail to feed you guys as a way of thanks." "No need to thank us," I assured her. "I think what you're doing is really cool, now that they've suspended the seasonal spirit awards for being a tad too competitive. I think coming up with a local gingerbread house competition is a fantastic idea." Amos snorted.
"I can't imagine why they would think the SSAs had gotten too contentious. It's not like the former owner of this bakery went crazy and tried to steal Santa's sleigh. She didn't try. She succeeded,"
Rocky corrected. My half-elf friend shrugged her shoulders. "I felt like we should have an event for Holiday Haven where the competition is friendly rather than cutthroat. Every business has donated so many different prizes that I'm pretty sure everyone will be able to win something, no matter what they enter."
"And bonus, everyone who participates will be able to take home their own decorated gingerbread house in the long run,"
Rocky said.
"So it's a good thing all around."
"Well, count all of us humbugs in," I declared, even pulling Amos in for a tight side hug. "Right?" Ever since using Pine and Dandy's shop space for my office, I had been chipping away at Amos's icy exterior all year. When he threatened to hide away from everyone as the holiday season approached, I made sure he knew we would look high and low for him, not giving him a moment's peace unless he tried his best to participate. He earned himself some definite brownie points tonight.
"We'll see,"
he grumbled under his breath. "Speaking of our group, where's Wyatt?" I asked. Amos shot Rocky a look I couldn't decipher, and both of them grabbed towels to wipe down the counters. Nutty scampered off to the back room. My friend's lack of response puzzled me. Vale's cheeks got extra pink again. "Oh, he had some things he wanted to get done at the break room." She flashed me an innocent smile. "He promised to meet us at the Wassail." All the elves set up the